Right, this is part 2 of our Angel Guide. It is 2002, but if it's the same as KOF 14, then you've... I'll probably have to do it again, who knows. But anyway, introduction continues with the part 2, which is about the chain moves. Chain moves! We've done the starting moves in video number 1, so if you haven't seen that, you need to go find that ASAP. We're now moving on to the chain moves, right? Now to do that, you need to change the move list, really, don't we? So here we are. Should be this one. There we are. They are the chain moves right here. As you can see, it says number 1, Bye Bye Rogue. Number 2, Impotent Symptom. Number 3, Buggy and Coffin. Number 4, Shelter from Storm. Number 5, Train to See Cherry Blossoms. And number 6, With a Lamp for Pathway. Notice that they have a number next to them. This is very important. It's actually very, very important, because without it, you have no idea how the chain is going to work. So as you saw in the last video, we could do a starter, any of the starters, and it goes into a chain. And that was not a starter move. Down, forward and kick is a starter move, as you can see. Starter and chain. That's Bye Bye Rogue number 1. And if I do number 2, that's Impotent Symptom, that's down and kick. So there we go. There we go. There we go. As you can see, down, forward, kick, blah, blah, blah. All the starters work into any of these chain moves. Any of them. Any of them, you can start with any of them. So as you can see, I was doing down, forward, kick, which is actually a starter. I can do any of them. I can do Buggy and Coffin, which is forward and punch. I can do up and punch, which is Bye Bye Rogue. I can do up and kick, which is Shelter from Storm. And I can do down and punch. And I could do forward and kick. Lamp for the pathway. Notice there's no back. There's no up, forward diagonals, none of that. It's just up, down and forward. Now, have another look at the move list. As you can see there, right? Number 1, look at number 1, Bye Bye Rogue. Look at the numbers next to it. You'll see it says 6 to 1 to 2. This is very important, because in this KOF, I don't know about 14, but in this KOF, her moveset is actually, her flow of chain moves are actually limited. She can only go in specific directions to specific moves. So Bye Bye Rogue number 1, as you can see, it's actually in the middle of this set of 6 to 1 to 2, and I can only go to 6, or I can go to number 2. I can't go to number 3 or number 4 or number 5. I can only go to 6 or number 2. I'll just quickly demonstrate that. So up and punch is Bye Bye Rogue, right? So I go to number 6, which is Lamp for a Pathway. So there we go, it's Lamp for a Pathway. Or I can go to number 2, which is down and light kick, Impotent Symptom. Okay, down and kick. There's Impotent Symptom. Right, lovely. Now, can I go back? Because if you look at number 2, Impotent Symptom, it says 1 to 2 to 3. So it has an arrow between 1 and 2. So a bi-directional arrow should mean I can go back to number 1 straight afterwards. Not in this KOF. In previous KOFs, Angel was able to do infinites because she could keep going through her moves. Yeah. So that got cut off. Yeah, I hope they... well, we'll see what happens with KOF 14, but that's how it goes. You can't repeat the same move. Right, so where were we? So we can do 1, 2 and 3. Look at number 2, Impotent Symptom. It says 1, 2, 3. So I can do 3 moves. Let's see. So we've got, got to start with 1, which is up and Bye Bye Rogue. Then number 2, which is down and kick. And then 3, which is Buggy and Coffin, which is forward and light. Or any of the punches. Notice the moves they alternate. They go from punch to kick to punch to kick. So it's kind of easier, although more restrictive, it's easier for you to understand what's going on. I say that, but you know, I've been practicing for about an hour now, so yeah, it's a bit easier. You do need to practice because it can be confusing. But it's punch to kick, punch to kick, punch to kick, and it's not kick kick. Okay. So what we're doing, we're going to try and demonstrate number 1, 2 and 3, which is Impotent Symptom and the chain there. So it's start the starter, then up and thing, and then what was the last one? 1, 2, 3, 3. Oh, forward and kick, forward and punch. Right. Oh yeah. So there you go. If you look at each move here on the move list, and I'm telling you, you're probably going to need to have that on a piece of paper or on a phone while you're playing the game, because you're going to need to look at this a lot and learn the directions and the moves that she can go to, because she can't go to all of them, right? So some of these are going to be effective. Some of these are going to be able to, you know, knock them down, knock people down, not cross up, but overhead. Some of these are overhead, and some of these are even, well, they'll lead to something else, which is an unblockable. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But just remember, it's free max and no repeat. Free maximum moves and no repeat. You can't repeat the same move. Alright, I hope that's clear. And you know, if you know the chains, it's like sometimes you can just mash stuff and it, you know, it kind of works like. But anyway, yeah, it's better to learn the patterns there, and you can go in specifics. Okay, so after all of this, you've got your second stage, you've got your start at number 1, number 2 your chain moves, number 3 is the finisher, and we're going to do that in the next video. Right, thanks for watching.